You don't want to just slot your goal in and then the other four losers gets there saved and you lost the game anyways.
Pro boxing fans, we're here in Riyadh. It is fight week. Craig Richards, how are you, sir? How's things?
I'm good, I'm brilliant, feeling good, ready to go now.
Let's talk about this one. This one's a bit different. It's a bit of a tournament. Obviously, you're not going to see it like that, but you want to see it just to win your fight. But there is an element of teamwork in here. Does that change anything for you? Is that just a normal fight for you?
I wouldn't say just a normal fight. It's a big occasion. It's like taking a penalty in the park or taking a penalty for your country in the World Cup. You're one of the 5 selected, so you want to deliver, but you don't want to just slot your goal in and then the other 4 losers gets there saved and you lost the game anyway. So of course you want to deliver your penalty and you want everyone else to score theirs as well, so Matchroom can come out with the win, because that's the whole thing, Matchroom versus Queensberry. But you want to do your bit.
Is there any pressure to get a knockout in this one?
Not pressure, but I want one.
Okay.
I want one. Not pressure. I won't put pressure on myself. I'll box if it comes and presents itself. I'm going to take the opportunity.
Just talk to me about the setup now with the McGuigans, with Shane McGuigan, somebody who's in high esteem in regards to the trainer circuit in the UK and the world. What has he added to your game, or do you feel like there's things that you've changed in your style? Yeah,
there's loads he's added to my game, corrected things, changed certain things in my style. Shane's a brilliant coach. Obviously, that's why he got Trainer of the Year this year. And you can see every fight who's ever gone to him is always improved. So, I'm excited to go and show some of the stuff we've been working on.
When this card got announced, I think yourself and Willy's fight was a fight that people didn't expect too much. I think it started to come through the night before that you were on the card. But a lot of boxing fans know this is a great fight. Willy is somebody who's coming up through the ranks and performed every time he needed to perform. Do you see this as a great challenge for yourself? You have fought some high-level oppositions, especially someone in this room like Dimitri Bivol, but do you feel like it's a very good challenge for yourself? Yeah,
it's a good challenge. He's a good fighter. He's got 2 arms, 2 legs. He's been boxing his whole life. He's got good amateur pedigree. I won't overlook him at all. Obviously, I've boxed at the highest level, but he's hungry and he's coming through, and I've got to take that into account and just make sure that I'm switched on and get the job done, and listen to my coaches also.
Do you want to talk about the rest of the card quickly before I let you go? One of the guys in here is Zhilei Zhang, who's taking his photos. He's a big man. Deontay Wilder is team Matchroom. How do you see that fight playing now? Both are at the crossroads right now, both losing to the same opponent.
They both seem to be nice guys. Of course, I'm going to want Wilder to win because he's team Matchroom and he gets us the point. But yeah, they're both tremendous fighters. They both can punch. So we definitely know we're going to deliver a knockout. So yeah.
I do want to talk about other heavyweights right now, and do want to talk about Tyson Fury. Last time I was here was for the Undisputed. Did you have time to watch that fight?
Yeah, of course I didn't miss that fight. I had to tune in. Obviously, of course, as well, I was supporting Joe Cordina, so obviously I tuned into that card, and it was a good fight.
What did you make of the fight as a whole? Was there anything that you saw in there that you think either one of them could have done better or anything like that?
No, they both was boxed out their skin. They both had to make loads of readaptations to each other. Usyk started off really with he found his range first 3 straight away off the cuff. Fury then found his range 4, 5 and 6. Then Usyk then readapted 7 and 8, and obviously that's when he hurt him, had him out on his feet, and put on a good performance. So it was a good fight.
There's 2 ways that people are looking at this. One of them is that Tyson Fury was comfortable in there at a certain point before maybe he got hurt on the nose, and that might have swayed things. Did you sort of notice that in the fight?
No, I didn't notice that. I just felt like it was a very high IQ. They're both very clever fighters, and I just feel like it was a mentally draining fight for, Usyk. Like, even when he boxed Tony Bellew, you saw that Bellew was doing well for 6 rounds, but the mental pressure tired him out for the later rounds. And I think it was kind of something similar. Like, Fury's used to being the mind games, the IQ guy, and he's now got someone doing that back to him as well. So, of course, when someone else is playing the same mind games, it's going to tire you out when you're not used to it. Usyk, that's the effect he has on opponents. So I don't necessarily think it was the nose. I just think that was just a high skilled fight, and Usyk just he won the battle.
Another thing that sort of caught the media attention and something on social media was Tyson Fury's corner. There seemed to be people are saying there seem to be 3 voices and everything else. You're a fighter. I just want your perspective on this. When you're sat in that corner, do you just want to be heard from one man, or is it okay to hear from more than one voice?
It's always better just to hear one voice. You've got 1 minute to deliver information and, regroup yourself, etc. And you don't really want to be doing... you don't really want to be hearing everyone over-shouting each other. You're trying to hear him, he's over-talking him. It's not really great for the fighter when you're in that corner. So that's probably something they'll look back on. I don't think they've done that before. So I think it's something they've tried new, and maybe they'll review it and think, nah, we won't do that again.
It seems like Tyson Fury has activated his rematch clause. Do you feel like in the rematch he can redeem this loss, take revenge and beat Oleksandr Usyk, or do you feel like this Usyk win puts him ahead and possibly just be able to beat Tyson again second time around?
I'm not any of their teams to make that call, but boxing's one of them things that stranger things have happened. It's not like you were just getting pulverized for 12 rounds. It was a competitive fight, so who makes the real adjustments better and comes with a game plan? You just never know of boxing. Like, you saw Fury fight Wilder 3 times. Every single fight was completely different with his the way he adapted. One, he was aggressive. One, he was a back foot counter puncher. One, he just destroyed him. So we know you can get different versions of him. So he might bring a different version to Oleksandr Usyk, and we don't know how Alexander will deal with that. We don't know what version he's going to bring. So it's just one that we're going to have to just wait and see and enjoy when it comes.
Final one, I do want to end this with yourself. Your division is packed. I know you're not going to be looking ahead of this fight, but how quickly, if obviously when you do win in your eyes on Saturday night, do you want to be out and against one of these big names that are probably sat there, and the names that just sat there right now, haven't got a fight? I don't know what's going on in the background right now, but you'd want to be sort of fighting one of them guys.
Look, obviously Saturday night's my main focus. After that, we'll re-review and see the best opportunities to push towards world level, if not a world title, and we'll just have to go from there. I do trust in my team to make the right decisions, but you know me, I don't duck or dodge no one, and I'm always ready to fight in the big fights.
Actually, last one, is there any pressure to actually put in a good performance? We know Turkey Al-Sheikh likes certain styles, and he does tend to call Mark Chamberlain's a very good example of this. Like Mark style, seems to be on the Riyadh cards, seems to be IE every time there's a card. Is there that sort of pressure that you do just want to impress, make sure you impress the main man? Yeah,
of course you want him to think that you're good so you get invited back. You don't want it to be your first and last hurrah, so you want to go out there and put on a good performance, and that's why there's that incentive. Also, you want to get a good stoppage. I heard he likes knockouts, so I want to knock him out as well. Obviously make sure he's alright afterwards, but I want to get that stoppage, get that knockout, and say yep, invite him back.
Craig, listen, good luck with the rest of fight week. It's going to be a bit of a long one, but I'm sure you're going to be able to soak in the occasion, the big event that this is. Thank you very much for talking to pro boxing fans, and we'll speak to you soon. Top man.